Welcome. Let's talk about something really interesting, a challenge that a lot of people face when they come into new wealth. How do you use that money to actually connect with people instead of, accidentally pushing them away? It turns out there's a smart way and a not so smart way to go about it.
This right here, this is the core idea we're going to unpack today. This single sentence is basically the key to unlocking so much more happiness and real, genuine connection from your financial success. So let's break down exactly what this means.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at the big trap of status spending. Then we'll explore what life on the pedestal really looks like. After that, we'll introduce a much better alternative, the way of the bridge. We'll compare the results, and then we'll wrap up with 3 things you can literally start doing today.
Okay, let's jump right in with this huge paradox that honestly traps so many people. We work hard, we earn money, and we hope it's going to improve our lives, especially our relationships. But so often, the way we spend it does the exact opposite.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Why do people buy the giant mansion, or the super flashy sports car, or the head-to-toe designer clothes? It's almost never just about the thing itself. There's something much deeper going on.
What we're really looking for is connection. Deep down, we're all driven by this fundamental human need to be seen, to be loved, admired, and respected. And we think maybe these big status symbols are a shortcut to get us there. But are they really?
All right, so let's follow that train of thought. Let's walk down that path and see where it actually leads. Imagine your whole spending strategy is to build yourself a pedestal. I get it, it seems kind of appealing at first, but it comes with a really heavy, hidden price tag.
You know, when you have money to spend, you're pretty much always choosing between these 2 paths. One is all about elevation, putting yourself up high. The other is about connection. And believe me, they lead to drastically different places.
So, pedestal spending. What is it? It's basically any purchase where the #1 goal is to put yourself above other people. It's all about creating a gap, a space between you and them, with the hope that they'll look up to you in awe.
This visual just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The whole problem is that a pedestal is designed for one person, and when you spend your money building one for yourself, you're also building your own isolation. You have to stand up there, all alone.
And this is the critical point. This strategy, it doesn't get you friends, it gets you an audience. An audience just watches you from a distance. They might clap, they might be entertained, but they are not with you. Friends? Friends are on the stage with you, going through it together.
The real irony here is that pedestal spending often ends up causing the exact social outcomes we're so desperate to avoid. Instead of feeling respected, you just feel isolated. Instead of admiration, you start to pick up on resentment. It creates the very emotional distance you were hoping it would close.
I mean, this is the bottom line, isn't it? The long-term emotional cost of this strategy is just huge. That fleeting feeling of superiority is such a bad trade for genuine human connection. It's just not a good investment in your own happiness, period.
But here's the really good news. There is a much happier, much more fulfilling, and way more effective way to use your wealth. It's all about shifting your focus from building pedestals to building bridges.
So bridge spending uses money not as a signal of status, but as a tool. It's a tool to bring people together, to create those shared memories, and to strengthen the foundations of the relationships that matter most to you.
And what I love about this approach is just how simple it is. We're not talking about some complicated financial strategy. We're talking about funding a weekend trip, or taking your friends out for an amazing meal, or just organizing an activity that everyone can enjoy together. The focus is on the experience, not the object.
Okay, so let's really see how these 2 paths stack up. When we put them side by side, the difference in the outcomes becomes incredibly clear. You are literally choosing between 2 completely different social lives.
This table really says it all, doesn't it? The path of pedestal spending? Yeah, it buys you luxury items, but the emotional result is so often isolation. But the path of bridge spending? It buys you shared experiences, and the result is a sense of belonging and true friendship. Here's another way to think about it that I find really powerful. Pedestal spending buys visible signals of wealth that actually create distance. But bridge spending? That builds the invisible bonds of trust. Things like shared memories, inside jokes, knowing that you can count on each other. That's the stuff that real connection is made of.
And honestly, the best part about all of this is that it isn't just a nice theory. You can start building bridges right now, today, with 3 really simple, repeatable habits that can change everything for you. Here they are 3 immediate shifts you can make.
The next time you're about to spend, just ask yourself, can this be a shared experience? Instead of gifting, say, an expensive watch, could you gift tickets to a concert that you go to together? Instead of isolating yourself, can you use your resources just to bring your favorite people together around a table?
So, as we wrap up, the most important thing is just to be intentional. Every spending decision you make is a choice. And the question to ask yourself is this: are you building bridges or are you building a pedestal? Because the answer to that question will determine the richness of your life far more than any number in your bank account. Thanks for watching.